Hi everyone, welcome to SED 605 in Summer A 2026. My name is Lauren Tucker. I'm going to be your instructor for this exciting course. So I want to take a moment. I'm going to go through the syllabus in this video, your AI use policy agreement, and the Blackboard organization. So please, within your module 1 kind of form, please feel free to type any questions or concerns that you have so that I can address those as soon as possible. So this is an asynchronous graduate level capstone course. So for those of you in the MS in Special Education program, this is a graduation requirement. Really what we're looking at is pushing our inclusive practices and accessibility from K through 12 into the community environment. So what does that look like? How can we then support other individuals? Here are the learner outcomes and assessment. So demonstrate knowledge of research techniques, experience project development and implementation within a community setting, demonstrate the ability to collect, analyze, and interpret data effectively, and develop and articulate well-founded recommendations for special ed practices and policies based on research findings in a final report or presentation that's evaluated for depth, feasibility, and alignment with current educational needs. First, I want to talk about accommodations. So if you do have accommodations with CASAS, please feel free to reach out to me to clarify and provide me any specific details. But also, if you aren't registered for CASAS and there is something that I can do within our course to support your learning, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am here to support your learning progress and your learning environment. Academic honesty, I will say that this is kind of a big one lately, but this is our academic policy within the School of Graduate Studies. So please ensure that any work that you are submitting, you are truly representing as your own. To accompany that, I have my AI policy for the course. This policy is grounded in the Model Code of Ethics for Educators. Really, what I'm looking at is your professional responsibilities as a graduate student. I welcome appropriate AI use within this course. Throughout our modules, we will even talk about utilizing AI. And in your proposal draft, I am encouraging the use of AI and outlining it for you. It is expected to be intentional, disclosed, and professional. I do believe that learning to disclose AI and identify what skills what tasks are appropriate for AI and not is a professional skill in and of itself that we are going to work on within this course. Permitted use, you can use any AI tools, large language models like Claude, Copilot, ChatGPT, or Gemini. Copilot is provided within your Southern SCSU account. You can use it as a thinking partner to push your ideas further, identify gaps in your reasoning, improve clarity in your writing, or stress test your analysis. AI supports the work you've already done. It doesn't do the work for you. Disclosure, any use of AI on, any use of AI on an assignment must be disclosed within the submitted document. Your disclosure statement must appear at the end of your submission and include what tool you used, what you used it for, and how you evaluated and revised the output. Disclosure is a professional habit, not a penalty. And then I have templates also for you in writing disclosure statements. Consequences for undisclosed AI use. If AI use is suspected but no disclosure statement is present, your first instance, you will receive a written warning and an opportunity to revise and resubmit. The revised submission can earn no higher than a 75. The second instance, the assignment receives a grade of an F with no option to resubmit, and it will be documented per the academic honesty policy. And the goal of this policy, as I have highlighted here, is not to catch you, it's to prepare you. Professionals in special education and education in general are increasingly expected to disclose AI use in reports, evaluations, and presentations. I do believe that the responsible use of AI as educators is going to be a way for us to truly survive in the current kind of status of the educational field. So practicing that skill here means that you'll be ready to do it in the field. Again, I want to emphasize that disclosure is not a confession. It's not an evidence of weakness or a shortcut. I truly believe that I'm providing and producing some of the best work that I ever have, utilizing AI to push my work farther. A well-written disclosure statement demonstrates that you used AI thoughtfully, evaluated its output critically, and made deliberate professional decisions about what to keep, revise, or discard. That is exactly the judgment this course is designed to build. I want to reinforce to you that mental health and well-being, we have supports on campus that many graduate students do not utilize, so please know that your kind of university fee includes these services, so please reach out if you need anything. We do also have resources for student parents. We have an on-campus childcare, and we also have other resources at our Family Resource Center. Title IX and sexual misconduct. If you do feel like at any point in time that you are experiencing any sexual misconduct or discrimination, please feel free to reach out to our Title IX coordinator, and all of that information is included in that section. Here's our course content and outline. So your work schedule and updates, so your weekly modules, which we have a total of 3 within this course. That's 50% of your grade. So it is half of your grade is doing that work and participating in that. Your proposal is 20%. That's due on week 3. Your proposal will be submitted to Blackboard. And then your final project is 30% of your grade, which is due week 5. So that's the final grade. Your final project is again going to be a tangible, deliverable piece of work. Beyond the proposal, you are going to then develop a video overview, kind of a presentation of your project, and then also a blog. The purpose of the blog here, a 1,500 word blog style, is really the goal is to think about you are providing your project to the community, to the general population. How are you then communicating that? So your proposal is formal, APA style, graduate, professional work. Your final blog is kind of informal, professional facing. And again, you will do a presentation. Here again is the summary of your grading. Here's the tentative course outline. I've emphasized here that all of your documents within this course are Google Docs, but they are view only. Please don't ask me for permission. I'm not going to give them to you. You're going to go under File, Make a Copy when you open up the Google Doc, or if you want to use it in Google Drive, or you can download it as a Microsoft Word document. If this creates a barrier for you, please let me know, and I can then also attach Word documents as well for you. And then you'll see here we've got each week kind of through. This is again, fast and furious sort of a course. So your first week here is your activity. I have in the week 1 module, which I'll show you in a moment. This one is probably going to take about 2 weeks. And then module 2 is a little bit shorter because you're working more on your project. Module 3 is much shorter. You are submitting your proposal, and then your final project is due 6/29. These links here are links to all of the documents with all of your work uploaded on there. For example, here's our module 1. This video will be right here once I'm done recording it. You can see here I've got week 1, module 1, week 2, week 3, and then week 4 and 5. My due dates here are to kind of keep you scaffolded and to not kind of let it pile up. However, I do acknowledge that all of you are working full time. Some of you, it's the end of the semester. You've got a lot of meetings. If you can't meet a specific due date, which are all put into Blackboard, please just email me. I will provide that grace for you, but I will also monitor to make sure that you are not kind of falling behind. Throughout the semester, at least twice, I will reach out to you to schedule kind of an individual check-in, whether it be via email or a virtual meeting to check in on your project and if I can support you in any way. So that kind of is what module 1 looks like, and you'll see on the side in Google, we have all of the different steps. Module 1 is the largest step. And what I want to highlight for you is each of the weeks you do have a reflection. We are using an AI reflection tool called RiffBot. So you will click on this RiffBot link, and it is a custom chatbot that I have created specifically for this project. So what you're going to pick is what you've worked on for that particular week. So you can either reflect on picking a topic, doing your observation, developing something, and what your goal is, what you have to submit for me is 10 conversational rounds. So you, at least 10 messages that you send to it, and it should reply to you. So 20 total, but you are submitting 10. And afterwards, it kind of will prompt you and ask you, do you want an email of the conversation? And you want to say yes, so that you can copy and paste it at the bottom of the conversation. You will have 10 exchanges. So I'll put here, just in case we're confused, 20 total between you and the bot. And then ask again for the email summary. Now I'm going to move over to Blackboard for you and just show you a little bit about the organization that I have within our Blackboard platform. We are using Blackboard Ultra, so it is a little bit different for you. So please just be sure that everything, you kind of get yourself accustomed to this new platform. All right, so here I am in Blackboard. You'll notice right away I've got the link to the syllabus that I just reviewed. So when you click on this here, it will open up your syllabus. You will notice if I am doing any updates to the syllabus, I will have kind of an updated date for you there. And this is the AI policy and acknowledgement check quiz. Before you do anything, submit any work for this course, what I need you to do is review my AI policy for this particular class. So when you click on here and you go to start attempt, you will notice here this pulls up an AI agreement. This is the AI agreement, very similar to what I spoke about within the particular syllabus, but these kind of more specifically outline exactly my expectations. Some appropriate uses of AI, inappropriate uses where it can be replacing your thinking. My goal here is to develop that professional judgment and also developing disclosure as a professional skill. And then these are your commitments. So you as the student, you will use these tools as thinking partners, not replacements. I bring the ideas, the tools help me develop them. Disclose all tools inside my submitted assignments. My disclosure statement will name the tool, describe how I used it, and explain how I evaluated the output. I will practice writing professional disclosure statements. I understand this is a skill and I will use it beyond this course. I will complete personal reflections without tool assistance. So that's the RIF reflections that I talked about at the end of each one. Weekly check-ins and learning reflections must represent my own thinking. I understand the consequence for undisclosed tool use. For example, a written warning and revision opportunity capped at 75. My second instance will be an F with no resubmission option. And I accept responsibility for my own professional development. Habits formed in grad school shape professional practice, and I commit to building genuine competency. I do have explicit template examples and disclosure statements for you here. To kind of, for this course, you would use the, colleague or professional audience ones, but I have some other options for you as well, including a family-facing document and administrative or program-facing document. Note on specificity, right? Strong disclosure statement is specific. Use the tool to review my recommendation session, right? So gave you some examples there. You're going to complete the quiz on Blackboard titled AI Policy, because you are then confirming that you've read, understood, and agreed to the course's AI policy. This is the AI policy. When you go into Blackboard, again, this is where it's linked here, and then there is a quiz. At the bottom of the quiz, you are asked to type your name to agree to this policy and that you understand. Then you will notice we've got module submissions. The due dates are all in here for you as well for each module. So we have 6/3, 6/10, 6/17. Your proposal is also due 6/17. And then your final blog and presentation due 6/29. Announcements will be here. I will kind of launch each week the content as I did today and kind of support you in that. And you will have your grade book here. So it shows I will add comments. These are all of your grades. And you can look at your total overall grade. You can then look and just kind of, you can see the assignments are 50%, proposal is 25, and the final is 30. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please include them within Module 1. Oop, let's see, all the way here at the top. After our course overview, right? Ask questions. And I'm here for you. I'm excited for an amazing course, and I will see you online.